Finished kind of scarfing down this oatmeal I eat every morning. A little bit of everything in it. I'm thanking the Heavenly for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. And this video will not be just about fragrances or my favorite silver bars. It'll be about anxiety. We'll get right to it. So I won't be setting this up. Got little sniffles. Not from COVID. Got some sniffles. What's going on, Mark 8 Mark? Hope you doing well with your brother, man. Good to see you. Oh, man. Alrighty then. So let's get right to it because I don't want this to be too long. I kind of want to work out. I think I got to work out a little bit more. I don't have as much muscle mass as I used to have when I was 10 years ago. Now I'm 60. So yeah, I got to get it up, man. This little thing right there, that ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? Well, at least I don't have a big fat gut. I mean, even though it's a little, I was squeezing it last night. I'm down to 200 pounds. Maybe thanks to a little bit of anxiety. Who knows? But let's get right to it. We're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about taking the heavy for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. Again. Just saying. Who's the bro who just passed away? Kevin Samuels, right? You know? It's not a light fleeting. I mean, a lot of other people passed away that day that he passed away. So, you know, other people who had family members that passed away probably don't even know who this guy was. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. I known him when it was time to deal with, fragrances. He was getting into the game. He was asking me questions about that. I mean, I'm talking years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, until he became who he ended up being on the internet. And things happen, man. You know what I mean? But nevertheless. So back to fragrances, if you get my point. This is the fragrance I wore to the Grammys. I bought like 2 or 3 or 4 that I was going to wear. The other one, oh man, what's the other one? Another one of my favorites. I was going to wear that too. And I bought Tom Ford, I think I bought Tuscan Leather or something like that. I bought like 4 or 5 to New York to the Grammys, right? And the one I ended up wearing, which is the one I got so many pictures with the beautiful young ladies. Yes, you know it. Madera for Omnia Profumi. No, you don't know it. You never heard this before. Madera Omnia Profumi for women. How dare they? I stumbled across this by accident. Or as they say, sometimes in the hood, on accident. I stumbled on this bad boy and I'm like, yo, this is hot. I think I got it through a trade or something. Or through a swap with somebody. Either a trade or a swap. Same thing. And he sent this to me, man. I'm like, yo, this thing is unbelievable. In fact, so unbelievable. And somebody said, well, it smells like all the other sweet stuff. No, it don't. I had a lot of fragrances in my lifetime. And in my fragrance game. Somebody said it smelled like a cheap vanilla candle. And that was March of this year. They just don't know. You just probably just don't know. You just don't know. Aqua Wood, right on, good brother. JD wearing that Aqua Wood. Never heard of it in my life. I'm going to get back into the Madera game. They just so overly do too much with their fragrances, man. I can't keep up, bro. But one day I'm going to get down there probably to one of the, I don't know, who sells a lot of those. There's a place that sells a lot of those in VA, I think. I'm going to get to some place that has a lot of those so I can check them out. This is the bottle. That's how dark the juice got. If you look at their picture on, it's on Rainbow Collection. Okay, cool. Right on. I'm doing well today. How you doing today, young man? I'm doing this video. Must be doing all right, right? All right. So here we go. Omnia Profumi. Now it's dark like this, but if you look at the picture on, and I'm not saying all the pictures are correct on Fragrantica, because sometimes I have juices that are lighter than darker than the pictures, darker than lighter than the pictures. Even this ain't even the actual top that they're showing on Fragrantica, right? So, yeah. We were popping this off on a pop off, a little smear off. Vanilla, caramel, sweet, coconut, floral, powdery, musky, balsamic, and latonic. And of course, bam, latonic is what it is. Santal blush. That's another one I gotta get back on. You know, I'm not really feeling time like that in a while. I haven't bought a Tom Ford fragrance in years. But yeah, Santal blush was one of my favorites. The actual notes are caramel, vanilla, coconut musk, floral notes, wildflowers, and peach blossoms. Okay? And the beautiful thing about this is, though it may have some similarities to other things, like the person who just said, the most recent person for granted because it says smell like a cheap vanilla candle. It doesn't. It's more complex. I mean, just because the notes say caramel, vanilla, and coconut don't mean that that's actually what they use. It may be what it is, but I don't have any cheap vanilla candles with caramel, vanilla, and coconut. Musk, floral notes, wildflowers, and peach blossom. I don't know. Now, it looked like somebody got this new. Somebody got 30 mil. Ooh, original tester, $114. I had to click on this. Somebody's selling there. Oh, snap, 114? 2 available, 1 sold? Oh, from Baku to Azerbaijan Republic. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Where everybody go? Everybody left? I understand, no problem. So anyway, this is what I'm wearing today because, again, going through a few things. Took me a couple of mental health days, all right? And, we'll talk about that later because we got to continue to go on to the next topic of discussion. My most favorite 10 ounce silver bars, my favorites, and they are special. So we're going to put this up, put it over here, right here, right here. By the way, I got my, Blink cameras, the Amazon drones on Blink, man, they're all over the place in here. They're all over the place. Besides my regular cameras, I got a Blink camera. I got a Blink camera probably recording me now. Where's it at? Probably right there. I got Blink all in there. Blink in here, got Blink here, got Blink there, got Blink there. Got 4 Blink cameras in here to make sure that when I'm at work, these maintenance people in here doing what they're supposed to do and not doing something they're supposed to be doing, right? Holla at you, boy. All right. I think YouTube must have cut all my subscribers off that was here. Now they're gone, but it's okay. Maybe you get a chance to look at this later on. All right, so these are not in any particular order. So I'm talking fast because timeline. I'm trying to get on some weights. See, that one to be strong, but it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. My 10 favorite bars. Most of these I bought from my favorite place, Edelman's in Jenkintown. All right, and let's get right at it. Not in particular order. This one right here is called the Silver Bullion, United States of America, 999 pound silver, 10 ounces, Indian bar. Now I looked this up. The company who makes it is SCPM. No idea who they are, but the Indian bar. And these are rare. Before, usually like most of the time, I try to research everything I buy, but sometimes I'm just trying to buy 10 ounces of silver, no matter what it costs, unless it's a upscale 10 ounce silver bar like a Johnson and Matthew or a Englehart. That's different. But these right here are kind of generic bars. These, when you look at them, like, well, let me see if I want to spend that kind of money. Because the other two I mentioned to you cost more in 10 ounces than a generic bar would. Or a specialty bar, right? So it's an Indian bar. It's really cool. And I looked it up, not many of these around, and actually I bought it for less than it's worth. Because they didn't look it up. I always look up stuff. I, most of the time, look up stuff just to see the rarity of it, how many times it's been minted. That's like when I show you my other coins back in the day. All right, next. This is called the Scenic Mint. And on the bottom it says 10 ounces Troy, 999 silver on the back. That's about it. Nothing special on the back of this one. The Scenic Mint. And then when I bought this, again from Elements, I looked it up. Couldn't find it. Could not find it. So if I can't find something, that means it's pretty rare. Spend my money on that 10 ounce bar instead of something that everybody has in 10 ounces, right? Scenic Mint. This is a special bar because they only made, this is made by Royal Canadian Mint. Serial number and everything. 9999 pure silver. They only made a few of these for eBay. The Royal Canadian Mint, some of the best minted bars because they're 9999. There's 4 nines, not 3. 9999 pure silver. On the back, you got the eBay clusters. Royal Canadian Mint clusters with eBay. So they made a few of these. So if you want to look it up, check it out. Now I bought this. I think I bought this from Wayne's Currency and Coins. From my man Frank and Wayne Currency and Coins. So eBay, Royal Canadian Mint bars, they are definitely rare. I think they only made maybe 30,000 or something like that. Next we have the Johnson and Matthey. Now this is an English bar made overseas. And of course they had a trademark on the back. I messed around and put some super glue. I was doing something in my safe and I was trying to format my foam so everything would fit in there correctly, and it got muffled up a little bit from the super glue. You know how super glue sit around, it'll just start to cloud everything up. It didn't get on the bar, it just got on the casing. It says J&M on the back. With the hammerings. I'm not saying hammering the silver out. This is 999, 10 ounce with a serial number. But this is 10 ounce straight silver 999, like I said. When they make these, like there's certain series, like there'll be certain many jams in the middle and the back, just like Engelhart. There'll be so many, it might be 4 jams on the back as opposed to 3 and so on and so forth. You gotta look at the back to kind of figure out what year it was made and how many was minted. Next, the same thing with Johnson and Matthey is the same thing with Engelhart. Same thing. On the back of this is 4 Engelharts, but some of these might have 3. This is 999 plus silver. And Engelhart, they don't make any Engelhart bars anymore, nor do they, I think they don't make any Johnson and Mattheys anymore. So when you buy these, again, if you go into the shop, if you buy a 10 ounce, they say, well, we got a 10 ounce Engelhart. And if silver that day is, say, for a 10 ounce is 280, this is going to be 320. It's going to be $40 over the VIG automatically because it is a special bar that no longer made by Engelhart. And they have bars, even more 10 ounce bars, even more than this. Depending on where it was poured, how many stamps it has on the back, all that stuff. Engelhart. And I like to use the number 7 because 7 is the number of perfection. That's why we need the one 7. Horaeus, 10 ounce. It's another English company, I think, German or English, Horaeus bars. There's another. I looked it up. I'm like, I got to have this. And this is a 6019. So there's a serial number on the back. 999 plus. Silver, 999 plus. All right, so it might not be 9999, but it's 99 plus. And put a little bit more in there, it might be 9999. All right, but Horaeus, another company. I think they're a German company. German company, Horaeus. On the back, you got a bunch of Horaeuses. I'm not sure if they you count and they call full Horaeuses. We're not talking about the half Horaeuses or the half Engelharts or the half J&Ms. They're saying this bar has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Horaeuses. 9 full Horaeuses. 9 full Horaeuses. These on the side don't count. So you might get a bar that might have 7 Horaeuses. That might tell you the year, might tell you so on and so forth. But right now, 9 Horaeuses. German company, 10 ounce silver bar. Plus 999 plus. Last but not least, and this goes into the mental health aspect of this video, is 10 ounce 999 pure silver, minted during the COVID-19 pandemic, ELA, New York Stock Exchange, April 2020. And on the back is made by this company called Envela. It was minted by Envela. There's only 30,000 of these, 30,000. And I bought mine secondarily, of course. But if you bought it brand new, they took portions of the sale towards people who were suffering from COVID-19 at the time when now we know what it really is, but because they're making more of them. But that's why we talking about the other last word, because we always got crazy stuff going on, anxiety. Well, anxiety over these COVIDs they keep putting out every 5 minutes. But this is, again, a COVID minute especially. I wasn't going to buy. I'm like, man, I ain't going to buy it. I ain't celebrate nothing freaking COVID. No time for Fauci and all these other flunkies out here making this stuff trying to kill us. So But when I read more into it, and I read that they made these bars to contribute to people who were suffering, people who may have passed away, and so on and so forth, from this epidemic, from this mess that China helped fund, okay? And the people that Fauci worked for as well. Do what you gotta do, YouTube. Do what you gotta do. It's real talk. You know it's true. You can't take it. This video go down because what I just said, you know it's because I told the truth. And they know it's the truth. Everybody knows the truth is about COVID now. And where it was done, how it came out, where it came from, so on and so forth. This is not anything. So if this channel go down from that, I wouldn't even care to tell you the truth. But I'm just so tired of it, it gives me anxiety. Okay, now, let's get to that. Anxiety. People are, especially not a lot of people. I mean, when I looked it up, everybody have anxiety for something. You might have anxiety because you're going for a job. You might have anxiety because you bought a $300,000 house with $1,500 down during the Obama administration. Now they couldn't repossess it or foreclose on it. It could be anything. They could do anxiety. Anxiety. People can't speak on stage. They have anxiety, so they'll take a pill or whatever to get them past. Or they might meditate, like I do. No, I've been meditating for a while. A lot of reasons they have anxiety. Now, when it comes to the point that it's crippling you, you can get up in the morning, you can sleep or whatever it is, and that's creating something else, then that's a different situation. Probably still anxiety, but you probably got something else going on with it. And it's something you deal with. It's just something you deal with, or you don't. It's up to you whether you want to deal with it or not. But what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people out here with anxiety, especially this color skin, they won't even tell their wives, or won't even tell their husbands. Won't tell their family, won't tell anybody. Because they feel as though they're weak. You know what I mean? Because they feel as though they're weak. And because of my channel and the nature of my channel, that I want to celebrate my triumphs and my fun and all the stuff I do, I can do that. I can talk about when other things happen in my life. What agitates me, probably more than anything else, is that people in your circle claim they're down with you, and you don't hear from them for like forever, and all of a sudden, for me putting up videos like I did yesterday on Facebook, put a video, now something want to pop out the woodwork. Yo, how you doing? Well, did you ask me how I was doing yesterday? I haven't heard from you in 4-5 months. As soon as I put a video out, now you want to come and ask me how am I doing. Now, I have no problem with that. I'm doing okay. Just like anybody else doing okay. If you haven't reached out to me in 4 or 5 months, and now you see me, and now you want to step to me because I say I'm going through something, or I mention something, then I don't need supposedly friends to be reactive to me, because I'm not a reactive dude. I'm a proactive guy. So if I'm reaching out to you, I'm reaching out to you all the time. I'm not gonna wait till you get sick. I'm not gonna wait till you tell me you got COVID. I'm not gonna wait till you have so on and so forth. Not you, JD. No, I'm actually speaking on somebody else who probably won't even look at this video. But could you always reach out, JD? You always here. So I'm like, I ain't talking about you because you always here. No, I'm talking about other cats, man, who they only want to reach out to you when all of a sudden they see you want to be down, because they're like, oh, look at this guy. Because, a lot of people, I just suspect that, a lot of times they look at you like, yeah, all right, cool, yeah. Man, don't call me sir, man. I'm just a homie, man. I'm a homie, man. Don't call me sir. I respect you, I know you're younger than I am, but don't call me sir, man. I mean, I appreciate the respect, but let's call me Raj, man. Let's call me Raj. JD, I call you JD. All right, so I don't want people coming at me when I'm going to, unless you got something to say. In fact, don't even, I don't want people even stepping to me after I tell you something like that, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, how you doing? Well, I done told you how I was doing. Are you coming with a solution? Or you coming to pick my brain? Or you coming to get some little bit more information that I ain't willing to tell you, but I might be willing to tell somebody else? Because I don't understand why you even coming to me if I haven't seen you in 4 or 5 months. I haven't talked to you. You haven't reached out. You ain't say anything on the video. You ain't clicked nothing on Facebook. You ain't clicked nothing on YouTube. And now all of a sudden you want to step to me because I made an anxiety video. I talked about how I was out yesterday getting some sunshine. Hell, let me tell you. There are people who want to admit they're going through things. I mean, COVID is stupid. Now I'm saying COVID is stupid in the fact that why would I want to be just going around bragging that I had COVID? People love to walk around and brag that they got COVID. Oh, I got COVID. I got COVID. I'm all right now. Or as soon as you sneeze, it ain't COVID. Like COVID is their God, right? They even capitalize the word COVID. They can't wait to make it CO. You know you capitalized COVID, by the way, bro. Just want to let you know you did it. Put a capital C on COVID, right? You did. See, that's what I'm talking about. People treat COVID like it's a god. COVID don't deserve a freaking name. It's the freaking Wuhan virus. That's what it is. And it always will be the Wuhan virus. It's the Fauci Wuhan virus. It's not COVID, whatever, especially with a capital C. Like when people capitalize Satan, capitalize the devil. Why you think you're going to be capitalizing the heavenly? Right? So that's how I feel about my life. I mean, regardless, man, it's like you got to be careful how you use your words, how you spell your words, how you say your words, because you'll make a word important in your life that you shouldn't be making important in your life. It don't make any sense. You know, and people like to brag how they had COVID, how they got a vaccine. The vaccine ain't even working. They took 5, 6 vaccines, whatever, and then the boosters, and it still ain't working. Yet again, you want to brag that you got it. I'm on dating sites back in the day looking out there. I got the shot. Yeah, but you still sick. I'm just saying, man. So don't step. When I mention some of my anxiety, I think I'm about to jump off a banister and jump off a bridge or whatever. Everybody goes through anxiety. It's just how many people of this melanated color are willing to admit it. Not many. But you got murder going on in Philly like it's crazy. People killing each other. Woke up in the morning, somebody got stabbed. 5 people got stabbed. That should give you should be anxious about that. You got to ride around. I mean, I'll pray to God to make sure God got my back. Stop your foolishness. You're crazy. Get out of here with that. So, the reality of it is, man, a lot of things around us can give you anxiety. The environment can give you anxiety. And you don't even know some people got anxiety, don't even know they have it because they refuse to acknowledge it because they feel as though they got to be strong. Oh, man, I got COVID. I beat that. Anxiety ain't worried about that. Stop it, man. Stop it. Don't be a child, man. Life is life, bruh. And you can be more helpful to people, not lying. You know, and not trying to be a fronter. You know what I mean? Not trying to be a front runner, not capping, man. I'm not a capper. Y'all know I never capped in my life. Whether it was on this channel, whether I was talking to you straight up, I never capped, man. I give you my honest opinion, whether you like it, whether you don't. You know what I mean? But I ain't capping, man. I keep it real, bro. And like I said, when I went through this before, I talked about maybe a little bit of something like this before. But I don't have no problem sharing because if I can help somebody, like I said, I always go back. If I get one person to buy my music, one person to buy a CD, and that was my first CD. If I get one person to honestly want to buy my CD, that was fine with me. I made some music, somebody bought it, I'm good. I've sold many albums over the years, but you know, it's you know, blah, blah, blah. I haven't heard anything from you that wasn't honest, and that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not a capper, man. I'm a real dude, man. I've been through some things, man. I served my country. You want to go through anxiety? Get on a freaking boat in the middle of the Indian Ocean. You traveling somewhere you've never been before. Anybody could just bomb the freaking boat. A missile can shoot it. Every day you anxious. Every day when you got planes taxiing around you on an aircraft carrier, you get blown overboard. You carrying freaking chains on you. Heavy behind 6 chains on you. You just untied the train. Just untied the plane, and that joint get ready to take off. That joint make a turn on you, a F-16, and he got to hit the afterburners or a little bit more, power just to make that turn before it gets to the blast shield, and you ain't looking, and they doing blow you off the end of the deck, and you got sharks on the back. Cuz that's anxiety. That was every day for me. 110 days straight in the ocean alone. No land, no sea. 110 days. Do you think I'm gonna let anxiety do me dirty? And I was younger then. Okay, I was 18, 19, 21. I was enjoying the excitement. But sometimes anxiety comes from being excited too. Like you could be anxious about going on a trip. You could be anxious about whatever, man. Anxiety is not a word that should be as dumb as COVID. That's dumb. That's just dumb. So for me, talking about anxiety don't give me any fear. Look, I've been through anxiety. I've never been depressed. Now, you get to the point that you're at that point, whereas now, anxiety turns to depression. Now it's a whole nother level. Now you need to seek some counseling. Put a couple of my bars up here on the thing, they ain't gonna stay up. There you go. You seek counseling, and you don't seek friends, man. When you have something like depression, don't play around talking to no friends. Because they're the same ones that might have it, but they don't tell you the truth that they do have it. Don't mess with them. They're like they doctors and they heroes. Yeah, but what you need to do is drink 8 cups of coffee. Drink some beers. Get drunk. And you'll forget it. Well, now you become an alcoholic. Now you become an anxious, depressed alcoholic. Now, tell me, and I know, of people who drink every day. They'll never admit they're alcoholics. They will tell you, every day they go home, they have a drink. Now, is that a habitual situation? Or is that because maybe they're anxious? Alcohol is a depressant. People drink alcohol when they're going through things. Right? Now, weed is different. I don't know. I haven't smoked weed in years. But, maybe weed is depressant as well. To calm you down. Or maybe you can take medicines. Whatever it is, everybody has faced anxiety at one time in their life. And it might not have been serious. Like I said, anxious about buying a house. Anxious about buying your new car. I can't wait. And you might have butterflies, and then when you get the car and you realize you can't make the payment. No, I'm just kidding. You get the car, and now, you straight. So you go through a period of anxiety. But again, you have clinical anxiety that leads to other things, that affect your health. And I like to be, again, proactive. So if I have anxiety about whatever it is that's going on in my life, which truly, not to be honest, because I'm always honest. And I don't like using cliches that everybody else uses. So truly, the way this world is right now, everybody should be anxious. Because it's just crazy that every time I open up, and I got to check my mail on AOL. That's right, I'm still on AOL. I have Gmail too. Every time I check my mail, there's a literature. Is that a word, literature? Of just bad news. Another COVID variant is coming out. What to look for. It's the same thing you look for in the last COVID variant, right? 5 people getting killed in Philly, right? 2 got stabbed. So this happened. Nothing but bad news. They programmed us to just have bad news so we all be depressed, so we all be dependent on drugs that got to come from China, right? I'm just trying to keep it real with you. So when you know that your hope is in, for me, the heavenly, I know that sometimes you got to go through things. I'm going to give you the perfect example. I'm going to leave this alone after I tell you a couple more before this one. King David went through anxiety. So if you went to the Bible, that's how some of y'all say it, because you ain't never read one. You ain't read one. You go to church, look at it, and put that joint in the corner till next week, right? But if you've read the word, you'll see a lot of people went through anxiety in the word. Especially King David, he went through it. Solomon went through it. That's why you have Ecclesiastes. That's all about him being anxious. Talking about, this is nothing, man. You can amass all the money in the world, but you can't take it with you. You can do all the good, you can do all that, but you can't take it with you because you're so tripping on you not being here Like he said in Ecclesiastes, he's like, yo, I amassed all this stuff, man. I did all this work, man, all my hard work and labor. And then when I leave here, I might leave it to somebody who ain't going to do nothing with it, probably just end up selling it, And I put Ecclesiastes up for a long time. I had that up for about a month. I mean, the same thing. I amassed all the things I had, studio, whatever it is, man, all the things I made. I created a legacy, though. Because when I'm finally out of here, no matter whether it's 10 years from now, 20 years from now, that'd be a good thing, whatever, as long as I'm being productive throughout these years, that I'm leaving a legacy. You know what I mean? Some people don't have a legacy to leave. Some people didn't have an intention to leave a legacy. If you're not living a life to leave a legacy, then what's the point of you even living? Oh, I had a child. Well, the child, anybody can birth a child. Anybody can, spread some sperm and get somebody pregnant. Did you take care of the child? Is the child doing well? Is the child not doing well? What is it? No, you got to establish your legacy. And if you're saying, I did all this, I did right, I prayed, I did all my thing, but when I'm finally gone, who's going to take over this? Well, you just can't care. You just can't care. You just got to pray for heaven, man. Live your life for heaven and pray for heaven. And that's it. That's it. So people get anxious about that because a lot of people ain't living a life for heaven. A lot of people out here ramming, running mad, and acting a fool. They ain't thinking about heaven until somebody in their family gets sick. Then it'll bring them closer to the reality of, oh, snap. You know what I mean? Maybe a family member gets sick. Oh, now you got to think about it a little bit more. You got to think about your mentality, right? And you get anxious about it. But then you go have a couple more drinks, and now you're alcoholic. Instead of you just facing the fact that, okay, that's got to happen. It'll be another transition to another life. And hopefully you did well in the life that you're in. And you try to do the best you can. And you pray and you kept it real. And now you move to another level of another life, right? So you shouldn't be really anxious about it. But some people are. A lot of people are. If you look up fear of death, there's a lot of people who talk about fear of death. So, and a lot of people who get anxious and depressed over fear of death. And you got people on deathbeds, like, they looking at it like this, like, bam, it's just like this close, and it's just getting closer. And it's hoping for a breakthrough somehow, but it's just getting closer and closer. So people get anxious, man. So you can't start looking at people. We got to stop looking at people who go through things in life and look at them like they the plague. Because, like I said, some people just, when they get COVID, they celebrate. But never get diagnosis of something more serious. I'm not going to say the word because I don't like the word. I don't like anybody calling me the word that begins with a little C. Because they happen to be my zodiac sign, which I don't recognize either. So don't call me that, man. I don't need you calling me that word. I don't accept that word. You know what I mean? I'm a crab. Give me that C. But, you don't have to wait till you get to the point where you're all jacked up and now you want to come crying, telling us, woe is me. But, all the time until woe is me came, you was a party animal. You was doing all you got. Or you might have been going through something you didn't want to tell nobody, and what was me came down on you, and you ain't got no friends to help you through it. Like, I just saw you chilling. I just saw you tripping. I just saw you, you was getting it in, blah, blah, blah. Now all of a sudden what? So look here, man. We got to start looking out after each other, man, as human beings, first and foremost, regardless of skin color, regardless of your friendships, regardless of your disagreements, whatever it is. We got to start looking for each other a little bit more proactively, not reactively. So we got to wait till somebody, get hurt or somebody unfortunately pass on or whatever from whatever it is. And now all of a sudden you want to claim how much of a hero this person was when you probably ain't talked to the person in 10 years. Now all of a sudden it's I miss that person so much. Now be honest here. When the last time you actually talked to that person? I'm not talking about family, man. I'm talking about somebody who's supposedly a friend. When the last time you actually talked to that person? So there's a lot of people be capping out there, man. So that's my point. Don't come to me, ask me how I'm doing because I made a video on anxiety, and then you want to call and you want to be my doctor all of a sudden. I kept him at his low point. Now I'm gonna start asking what's going on. You ain't asked what was going on before I made this video. You feel me? And I don't work like that. Man. I call people every day, man. How you doing? Whatever. Not to hope that they're gonna tell me bad news either. Just let them know I'm thinking about you. Thinking about you, man. Like I said, the Kevin Samuels thing, I understand the Kevin Samuels thing, right? Because the dude, like I said, I met the dude a long time ago, not personally, but I knew he was in New York working in a tailor shop, whatever it was, doing suits. And I remember, man, this guy, to be working on fine suits, man, he had a bad buckle up on his shoulder, right? And I mentioned that, I was like, yo, man, suit kind of like, you talking about you do this, man, but this suit, it's kind of jacked up in the shoulder, and you got the crease in the neck. You're supposed to have that if you're wearing, the right suit, crafted right? And we rapped, and then he came back and we talking about fragrances every now and then. But as soon as that boy passed away, from whatever it was, however it was, I knew it was foul play from the door. I'm speculating it was foul play. I don't think it was anything natural. I think it was foul play. I think he been messing with too many people. He probably hooked up with a woman that he probably said something bad to or something, and he got tricked into bringing her into the sphere because now they're investigating a female, right? I'm not sure it's her. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but he probably put himself in a bad position to be, speaking the way he was, and I ain't mind his open mind. Because I'm a polarizing person too, because I keep it real. His polarization, though, sometimes got a little bit too deep for people, especially when they come to you and you got a big forum like he had. Like for me, it's like for one of you to come here and say something, and I just go in on you like, yeah, blah, 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 but embarrassing you on this live. You know what I mean? That wouldn't even be cool. I would have to pull you to the side, and say, yo, man, what's up? Like JD saying he's sorry. You ain't got to be sorry, bro. It's good. I wasn't even pertaining to you when I was talking about what I said earlier. People coming out the woodwork who ain't talked to me in 3, 4, 5 months. Now all of a sudden, oh, how you doing? Out of here, man. I don't play that. So I told the brother, I appreciate you reaching out, but where were you 5 months ago? I ain't heard from you in I don't know how long. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. If you have something going on, it's better to be an encouragement to people than to sit back and let you be overcome by what you're going through without having to share what you're going through. Because what I might say might be an encouragement to you. What I might say may not. I don't know, but I'm going to say something because I've always been that dude, right? And it's not to brag about it. It's just in my nature, man. To be caring, but yet again be firm. I'm firm but fair, man. I'm firm but fair. There's a guy who said it, the boxing guy. I'm firm, but I'm fair. I'm firm and fair, man. All right? Now, the last entity that had anxiety, you might know him. You might know he. He was Yeshua, Jesus. And he went to the mountain and he said, Heavenly Father, if you can take this cup away from me. Now, this is Yeshua. He already knew he had to go through this, but he still went to the mountain and said, and it was said in the word. And he said, Father, you can take this cup from me. I really don't want to be doing this. He had to be anxious because he knew what was about to happen to him. Even though he might not experience the pain because he wasn't fully, he was human, but that wasn't his true nature of being human, spirit, right? But he never knew how nails would feel going through your hand or whatsoever. Because that's why you're here to experience that, right? He had anxiety. Yes, Jesus had anxiety. But he took it like a champ. And he did it for you. He did it for me, right? So we can have a conduit to talk to the heavenly on a personal level, So, look, man, anxiety, don't be afraid to tell somebody you got anxiety, man. You don't have to step somebody, maybe you want to step somebody on the side, but make sure you be careful who you talk to. Because little people say, oh, he got anxiety. Now I'm going to take this picture, I'm going to put this on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Because I ain't worried about what anybody got to say about me. Because I ain't no punk. And never will be. And if somebody got to say something, let them say. But I ain't worried about nobody looking at me. Oh, look at him, man. He got one. Yeah, but you going home and drinking a shot of liquor every day, though. I'm not an alcoholic. I'd rather have a little anxiety than be alcoholic. I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later, and I pray for the alcoholics as well. I pray for the people who front me. I pray for the people who's capping. I pray for everybody, man, that you be well. I'm 60. If I knew I was for another 60 years, if it was even possible, but you gotta understand, when you get older, over the hill. But I'm going down. I want to go down the grateful way, in a graceful way. So I pray to you guys. I pray for you, as I always say. You pray for me, and we gotta take care of each other, man. Not because we want to come out the woodwork, but because we really care about each other. All right. So you do that. Wear this juice, and don't go buying this before I get to buy that bottle I saw for $1.14 because this one is popping, and I'll be smelling. I said, let me put on something that's gonna be like, yeah. But again, the world ain't changing because I'm doing this video. What the evil people who trying to do things to us and lock us down and make more viruses so they can control the population, the Bill Gates, the Faucis, all these pagan people who are trying to get rid of all of us because they want to take over the world and just be them and have the people who left as slaves. That's something to be anxious about. And if you're not anxious about it, then you're not living in the real world. That's all I got to say. But I pray for you, pray for me. I got to go. RAJUR. Look me up. Buy some music.